G'day viewers, welcome to another super cool, super helpful repair video from the Goat Shed. Today is Monday, I beg your pardon, it's Tuesday, the 28th of May 2024. So it's only 11 degrees Celsius outside, which is 51.8 degrees Fahrenheit. And here we have a Gottlieb 4 Seasons from 1968, released in the December. Now there are only 1,500 of these made, and it was designed by Ed Krinsky and the artwork by Art Stenholm. Now this is one of those games which is very much like spin a card with the cabinet. It has that beaded edge around there. They only did this on a handful of games. Definitely spin a card in this one, and I believe there might have been some others, Graham?
Probably had a ball to spin a card.
Yeah. So the theme of this game is all about the 4 seasons. So we've got all sporting activities that can take place. So we've got water sports. We've got ice skating. We've got
shooting
hunting.
I thought women like bees in the woods.
Oh, there you go. So it's quite a detailed back glass. Look at the woman there just near the tilt light water skiing, and then the one to the right, ice skating.
Yeah, very colourful.
Yeah, it's a really colourful back glass that...
it's one of those back glasses that you can look at it for an hour and then find something else later on.
Yeah, I think you would, yeah. I just looked down. What's the number plate of that car say?
It's 36, 24, 32, which... could be the measurements of his missus, maybe.
Goodness knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, now, being a 4-player game, and coming from 1968, this has got those score reels that have that odd configuration that we've spoken about before. Now, we'll go around and might show you that in a minute, but just bear in mind, this is that same one as Dancing Lady, the same type of configuration.
Yes.
Now having a little look at the Playfield, and we'll just zoom in a touch.
It's in very good condition.
Yeah, it is in quite good condition. This machine was bought at auction. It came over from the USA, and the owner, I think, has just re-rubbered it, and he's brought it into us telling us there's a few problems. And he wants us to repair those problems. And one of those problems is it won't game over. It keeps giving you endless... Well, it will eventually, but this is currently set on 3-ball. And, you might get 5 or 6 balls before it decides to game over. Yeah. So we'll have a look why that might be doing that. Also, there are 2 broken Jones plugs, I think, Graham.
Yes, there are. There's one that's about 10 pin and one that's probably maybe 20 pin.
Okay, so that's the male side of the Jones plug, and so we're going to have to replace those. Now, that's good, simply because some people have asked us, how do you do this with the game? Well, we'll have the opportunity to show you, but we're going to do a separate video. What we thought we'd do is just show you a little bit about the features of the game and how it more or less works. So I think we've got some replays up. Yeah, we have. So what we'll do, we've only really got one player with scores on, but let's do a reset, Graham.
Reset's pretty good.
Not too bad. Now, up the top of the playfield, we have
5 kick-out holes.
There they are, A, B, C and D, and the one in the middle which says what, Graham?
Well, it lights the red targets, the red bumpers.
Yep.
And these targets here. So we put that in there.
Oh, so it did. And that now says 5 points arrow value, 5 points or arrow value.
Yeah.
Now that's lit, let's talk about these little arrows. So Graham's pointed that arrow to 5.
So that's the times value.
Yep. And
that's your... Well, that's basically, it's the same thing. So you've got 5 times 100, so that's going to be 500 points.
So let's see if it's true to its word.
All right.
Yes, it was. Just do that again. Okay, now he'll change that arrow to say, let's say
10. So that's going to be 50 points.
Okay, so beautiful.
And I can change it to 2.
It's on 2.
That'll give you 20 points. So it's very, very
pretty
good.
Cool, hey?
It's very clever. And so I can change it, just say 100 there. We'll go 3 there. So that should pay 300.
Now, how that works, when you turn those makeshift flippers around, there's a circuit board under there, very similar to in a rat trap score reel game, which we'll show you directly.
Okay. Right, now with the A, B, C, D, when you get one out, by getting it in the hole, right,
it lit up A.
It lights the
corresponding rollover.
Yeah, so you can get it the A there or
and down the side lane.
So what that will do, that will pay what the star value is, the arrow value. So that should pay 300, which it does. Whereas that now, the one that's not lit, will probably pay 5 points. So as you can see, there's a lot of difference.
A big difference, 300 points.
So we can light B through the hole.
Now B's a light.
Now that should pay 300. Right. If I move it to the 4, it'll pay 400. Very clever.
It is, isn't it?
So we'll go do the other one. And right, he also pays the value in the holes as well. Okay, we'll get out the D.
Now we have a star on there, people.
Yeah.
And what we've discovered, that star is like a wild card. It'll pay you 500 points.
No matter what the value is.
No matter what the value is pointing at. So that value is pointing at, what is it pointing at the moment, Graham?
400. No, well, it's pointing at the 4.
Yeah.
But the star value is always 500.
500.
But it's not going to pay 2,000 points. It's only going to pay the 500.
That's right. So you watch now when that's on the star, so we're going to get 500 points. So we're going to go to 4,045. Right. Beautiful.
Now it pays an extra ball by getting it in one of these 2 holes. I'm associate they alternate, but we're not sure whether it works yet. So we've got to see if that's actually what you've got to get. We'll have to study that one. We're not sure.
But it doesn't actually say on the instruction card.
It doesn't say on the instruction card, but it could have something to do with this star as well. I'm not sure. So we'll have to investigate that. That's not a problem. We'll find that.
All right, so it's a fairly cool machine, and like I said, the Playfield on this is in really, really good condition.
Oh, it's come up nice.
Now, I don't think you've ever seen a Four Seasons here in 39 years, have you?
No.
Right.
Well, it wasn't very common. I've probably seen one back in the day, maybe in the arcades back in the 70s, early 70s.
I vaguely remember one of these. I wonder if there's one up in the holiday resort of Foster.
Could have been. But these ones with the like the flipper type things on the Playfield, they weren't very common. Like they had one on Roller Coaster, had one of them.
Yes.
And a few other ones from the late 60s had them as well.
Okay.
And you didn't seem that, but it's a good feature, and we're probably going to do a video on this feature because you don't see it that often. So apart from that, like, we haven't touched this Playfield, so the owner done the cosmetics, and he wants it left as it is, so we're not going to take any of the wood off and do nothing like that, which is normally what we do. And it looks like someone's left a coffee cup on the top arch, which has left a terrible mark, but we'll try to get that off.
All right. But, okay, let's lift the lid up now and have a little look under the hood.
Right.
Okay, there's the hood lifted up. So this is one of those games that's got that bar across it. You have to pull forward to release the Playfield. Now, they kept this up probably not long after this game.
Yeah.
So if you go to lift a Playfield up on an earlier 60s game and it won't come up,
that's your problem.
Probably
you just got to put your hand
in and pull it back. It's quite strong.
It latches onto these clips here.
Yeah, I'll just lift that up in a second. I'll show.
Yeah.
There you go, Graham. Point.
It latches onto these clips here through that hole, and so you got to put these back on. So if you don't want to use that bar, you can just take those off. But I recommend using the bar. If it's got it on it, use it.
Now we've got a big step unit down there. We believe that must be the match unit.
Well, they didn't have no room in the back in the head for it.
I have managed to get hold of a schematic for this game. Haven't really studied it yet. We've been doing battle with a Gottlieb knockout, and apologies for not having done any videos in a few weeks. This Gottlieb knockout's been very, very intense, and we're sort of at a point now where we've almost got it working, and it's been a hell of an effort. And we're going to do a video on the troubleshooting and we had to do on that and what was wrong with
involved.
It is super involved, and it's probably the most challenging pinball repairs
we've had for a while.
We've had for a long, long time. So there's a big trip bank up the back there on the game, as you can see under the Playfield. We've got a number of...
that's it there.
And there's another one...
No, that's the only trip bank in it.
Oh, is that not a trip bank?
That's just relays.
Oh, they're relays. Oh,
Look at your glasses, Ken.
Yeah, I'll need my glasses, yeah. Yeah, okay, so we've got the sequence bank.
I've never seen so many relays in a machine. There's about a dozen in the head.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so there's
well, I think for the player, these used, from memory, these not a player unit.
Trips.
Yeah, but they operate relays.
2, 3, 4 trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's probably...
I remember we had that dancing lady in here some years ago, and that had relays to do with the player.
Well, up until about 74, they had similar.
Okay. Yeah. All right, now let's point out those... Graham's got his head there in the road, but point to those... I'll just try and get a better view of those.
Yeah.
Where are we? There's...
The arrow units.
Yeah, there's one there.
And we actually had looked before, and there's an actual...
is that the one, or is it the other one?
There's a wiper there. The trace is broken.
There's two of those people. There's just one off to the...
It's been repaired, but it's not good. So
one off to the right, you can just see.
Another one. We're going to have to fix that. There's a trace there.
Yeah. So those circuit boards look... Do you reckon they look like rat trap score rail circuit cards, Graham, or not?
I'd say they're very similar.
Yeah, they are, aren't they?
I wouldn't say that's them, but it's so close that it's not funny.
So, do you think what's the? Oh yeah, we've got the pop bumpers and just to the left there. So, Graham, point to that resistor, that ceramic resistor.
Yeah.
Is that warm?
No.
No. Okay. So, whenever you see a resistor like that wired in series to the bulb, that'll be a 75 ohm 10 watt resistor. You can probably read it. What's it say? You can read the one here on this side, can you? The one on the other side, sorry?
It's 75 ohms.
Yeah, 75 ohm. There you go. Look, I was right. How's that? The reason they did that was to save costs and everything. But whenever you see those resistors, always check them to make sure they're in tolerance. Remember, a resistor either is plus or minus 10% of its rated value. So if that 75 ohm resistor was only 60 ohms, for argument's sake, that's out of spec, so you'd change it. But you always must replace those with a number 44 lamp. Now, for those of you people who insist on putting LEDs in pinball machines, that's fine. But it is not advisable to put LEDs where those resistors are unless you know what you're doing, because you can cause problems. And we've had that a few times, and we've mentioned it before. And the reason it can cause problems is that the LEDs are a diode, and they only allow the current to flow one way. And that's one of the possibilities you can get. Now, I'm not an electronics genius, but I do know we've had trouble with those, so just be wary of it. What else can you see in there, Graham? Anything else exciting?
Well, we've got to replace the flipper linkages.
Oh, yeah, okay. So
you didn't want a full flipper kit in.
Didn't want a full kit in. To the end-of-stroke switches look okay.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
And I noticed that a lot of the score rails in the back box, they're absolutely sticking on the 9, but we're probably going to go through them all anyway, so...
All right, let's go and have a look in the back box now. There's the cabinet. It's got a lot of patina on it, a lot of people's initials and things like that.
I like it, I'd keep it.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a good look.
Bear in mind, there's, Harry Loves Sally, 1968.
Is it Nathan and someone else?
Pardon me?
Nathan someone.
Nathan somebody. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh God. There's the Backbox from the side. Same sort of scenario.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's that bingo. Hopefully that goes soon. The owner's got to come and pick that up.
Yep, that's the one.
So that looks, you know, a lot of patina looks pretty cool like it is, and I don't think anyone would change that.
No.
The paint would be starting to flake a bit, but
yeah, I would keep it.
Yeah, not too bad for a game its age. Really.
And of course they're not the legs, they're our legs. So.
Oh yeah, I think we've pointed this out before. We have legs on
casters.
I can't get low enough, otherwise I'll muck the gimbal up. On casters so we can move the things. Alright, let's have a little look. Okay, here's the back box, rather populated. So we've got the 4 lots of score reels. Now that step unit in the middle, on it says ball count unit.
Yeah.
And
which it probably is.
It is, but it sort of steps through for the players. They work a little bit
Very
oddly.
Yeah.
But we haven't sort of mucked around with one of these.
Well, it's like a play unit, but because the relays for each player is on the trip bank, you don't need it. So, the switches that are on the player unit usually, well, they're on the trip, so you don't need the.
There's the eternal light shining through near Graham's hand. You know, I wonder if that's a sign.
It's off your head.
That's off his head. So that unit there is the unit that we suspect, or we have a look. Operate that manually, Graham. I think it's a bit sluggish, isn't it?
Does need a bit of work.
It's struggling, isn't it? We're on player.
Back to player 1.
Back to player 1, are we?
Yeah.
Do a reset on that unit for it. Push the reset in. The coil. Yeah.
Yeah. So it increments back.
Yeah, it's not. There it is. It's stuck.
Yeah, it's not good.
So it's not a total resetting stepper. It's an incremental resetting stepper.
Yeah.
Which is good. We'll be able to work on that.
Well, as we said, we've got to go for every score rule.
And there's a big bell up there behind there, and those relays over to the right. Of course, your scoring relays, and I think they've got to do with the players. Once again, I'm not 100% certain. So let's just show you what we've got to do with the Jones plugs and have a look.
Yeah.
All right, there's one of the Jones plugs, as you can see. So that's broken.
So I've got to replace because there.
It's broken in 2 places. It's broken across, and of course the pins come out. Now you could use.
You can repair
it, but we'll replace it.
And there's another one here as well.
Oh, is there another one? Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's about a 20 pin up.
Yeah, rightio.
Yeah, this one's 8. So.
Okay.
And they're the only 2.
All right. So certainly that one there needs doing.
Well, I think the credit meter's okay.
Well, it works.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it works. This turns to be okay, but we'll have a quick. But we might have to put new sleeves in it. That one's. Someone's greased that up. You can see it's just. Oh, it's horrible. Yeah, if they've done that one, they've probably done that one, and probably that one. So we've got to clean all the plunges anyway.
We always take the step units out and go through them. It's
even though it seems to be working okay, it's still a bit how you do it.
Well, you got to change the coil sleeves.
Look at the hardened grease on there. It's terrible.
I can see that from here. Yes,
yeah.
And really, viewers, if you take it apart and even if you just give it a bit of a clean and have a look for any broken or worn parts like coil stops and things like that.
And the owner of this is probably going to resell it, so he doesn't want people calling him up 2 weeks later saying this is sticking or something.
That's right.
So
yeah.
You want to get it done properly, or you get callbacks.
And when you get used to doing these step units, they don't take all that long at all.
No.
I know they seem a bit daunting, and when I first started here at the Goat Shed, we never did that, and I thought, well, hang on, this isn't too bad. We should do it, and we've sort of had that in place for a long time.
And even score reels, like, once we get going, I could probably knock over a score reel in probably 5 minutes, no worries. And that's replace the coil sleeve and clean up parts to it. So once you get in the swing of things, you know what you're doing, you can clean them up, no worries.
Okay, yeah. All right, well, that's a quick overview of what we're going to be doing. So we'll do some more videos on this when time permits. But like I said, we've got to get back into our knockout.
Yes, we're at the final stage, hopefully.
And those of you that are interested in wood rails or simply just interested in a bit of complex troubleshooting and
This is a machine that you will learn something on.
You will definitely learn something on that video. I can assure you of that. All right. Oh, there's Spanky just turned up. He can't help himself. He has to get in those videos, Graham, doesn't he?
Oh, he loves it.
I'm surprised he's still not back from the pub, but he obviously didn't go out last night. So he thinks he's riding a wheel of death there on that stepper, so we'll call that the stepper of death. Please, viewers, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us the big thumbs up for our videos. Hit that bell so you get notifications. And don't forget about our Facebook group, the Goat Shed EM Pinball Repair Specialists. That's where we do all our technical help. Thanks so much for watching, and this has been another Goat Shed presentation.